everyone, and welcome to my podcast on business communication and psychology. Today's episode is very special for me because my guest is not just an entrepreneur I admire, but also someone I've seen working passionately every single day. My mother, Megha Ahuja, an ICF certified parenting coach and psychologist. She is the founder of Know You More, a venture built around a powerful thought, Khud ki mulaqat khud se, helping people reconnect with themselves, working with people globally, and touching so many lives. Her journey has been truly inspiring. Today, I want to talk to her not just as a son, but also as a learner to understand what it really takes to build something meaningful, how communication and psychology can change lives, how one idea can grow into something much bigger. Welcome to my podcast. I am really happy to have you here, Mom.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Lakshay. This moment is so special to me and I'm being very emotional. Seeing your child and having such a thoughtful conversation and this kind of intro. So, this is something a very wow moment for me. And thank you for inviting me.
Mom, you mentioned Know You More started with a very simple idea. Khud ki mulaqat khud se. But every idea doesn't automatically turn into people's trust. From a communication point of view, what do you think helped people connect with your message? Was it the way you communicated the idea, or was it psychology behind understanding what people actually need?
Lakshay, sometimes people think that communication is about how well you speak. But if we see this from psychological point of view, communication is how well you listen the other person, how well you understand the other's perspective. Only then you can make a connection. And first, once you are able to make the connection with the people and with yourself, the communication would be a byproduct.
What a great answer, Mom. This really changed my perspective towards business. I used to think business is all about numbers, profits, loss, balance sheet, but you really changed my perspective and my point of view towards business. So, my second question for you is, why do some businesses grow very fast while others struggle even with the good products? Like, what is the reason of them lagging behind in the market?
The lacking point, as per I understood from my journey, is missing connection and plus the human psychology. So once you understand the people around you, what they are looking for, and how you connect with them emotionally, because people never buy your services or products, they always buy the emotion. So emotional connect with the buyers or in the business industry. So I think this is one prominent thing we need to understand, that human connection is must, and the one term emotional intelligence, which is a basic life skill. So this should never be a missing point.
Do you think this is something related to consumer persona which we study in entrepreneurship, that finding the right buyer and finding the right customer for your product?
Yes, first you need to think like who would be the target audience or who would be the client or the customer, and then you need to think accordingly the need of the market. So once you hit the right nerve of the market at the right time, so I think that would be a winning point.
Okay, great. So that was something which I was always confused, that why do like big players also sometimes not succeed in the market and they struggle for a long time. So, Mom, I want to ask you: does childhood experiences affects the leadership in your business, like how you lead the business in future? So, experience as a child, does that matter? Because I think my parenting was done in a very right way, and I am someone who is meant to be a leader. So, does that affect it?
Very much, for sure. See, confidence is something, it has to be come from your roots, from your parents. So, if the parent is believing in the child, the confidence is a byproduct, right? This is something you are not able to get it from somewhere else. It has to be from your ecosystem, from your home, from your parents. And this is one thing, when we correct our children time to time without any reason, we want to make them perfect. That's how every time you shatter the confidence of a child. If you want to see the leadership qualities in your child, you do not need to expect the perfection. I think progress is the mantra to have the confident child. So I think Lakshay proves that.
Yeah, that rightfully answers my question. But I want to, you mentioned that the confidence is a byproduct of which you get from the parents. So can you suggest something for the students? Not everyone is privileged like me to have such great parents.
I understand.
So can I get some tips for my viewers? Like how can they develop leadership skills among themselves in a very young age to become leaders for tomorrow?
Yes, for parents, I can tell you need to give small responsibility as per their age and their intellect. And once you make your child responsible enough, this gives the child a natural confidence and boost towards life. And again, you have to be with your child, you have to take them in a loop for the decision making process. And one statement I've like heard a lot from the parents, I've told you so. So this is something, it's a like warning to a child, I've told you so, not to do this. But once you flip the situation and you say, beta, okay, do whatever you want to do it in your own way, make your own experiences, and I am with you.
So that gives the child more freedom and more confidence to lead tomorrow. Right?
Yes, because then you are like free from results, expectations, perfection, no, and you are like pressure free.
Yeah.
So once there is no pressure, you are like.
I truly resonate this way with this thought of yours, because I can see this on my life, how you have executed it throughout my childhood, like how you gave me small responsibilities from the age of like 10 years old, when we used to go to remember everything. So this is something which I have seen throughout my childhood. Mama, what would be the one advice for the young entrepreneurs, like from a psychological point of view, you would like to give them to succeed in future? What will be that one advice?
One advice would be execution. Execution is the key. Take action. Do not wait for the perfect moment. You need to bring that perfect moment on your own.
Mama, being a parenting coach, I want to ask you a very simple one thing. That what is the one thing you feel that's missing in today's generation, in today's parents and their children? So like what's one missing link between both of them?
For parents, I would like to mention connection before correction. So you need to make connection with your child, only then you will be able to correct them. And sometimes the fear of judgment. Most parents will think that people will judge us for our parenting.
Right.
So that's why every now and then they keep correcting the child.
So they're themselves not confident with their parenting methods. Is it so?
It's not about the confidence of the parenting method. First of all, there is no rule for parenting. There is no method for parenting, right? But you need to believe in the child, no. He has to learn from his own experiences. Every time I cannot teach my child, no.
Every time you can't spoon feed.
Obviously, and there is a difference between teaching and learning.
Okay.
So right, so I think learning is the key. Yes, I can learn my child, but teaching everything.
So you meant to say don't teach, make them learn.
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to ask you, why do some very intelligent people fail in business while average students sometimes build huge $1 million companies? So what is the reason of them succeeding and the intelligent people failing?
Actually, one reason is emotional intelligence. So once you are emotionally intelligent, no, you can cater anything in life. So if I talk about the marks and academic progress of the child, that's I think a secondary thing. First, you need to be emotionally intelligent so that you can understand yourself, your emotions, you can process that, like what's your strength, what your weakness is, what your limitation, and then accordingly you can work upon. And at the same time, you need to understand the other person's perspective also, how you can connect them. So I think this is one thing we need to be emotionally aware.
In this, I believe two things are important if you want to succeed in business. If any average students who also want to succeed in a business, I feel being street smart and being passionate.
Absolutely. I think you must have remembered, I have never worked upon your academics as much, but I always gave you these small responsibilities as per your age and all. But the idea is to make you street smart. It means I'm making my child ready for the world, for the real world, right? So street smart, yes, that's a one big goal.
Okay. Happy to have you here.
Oh my God, thank you so much, Lakshay. I'm so excited, and at the same time, the first time I'm feeling so nervous sitting next to you and hearing such kind of introduction from your child. This is such a emotional and proud moment for me. So I'm really blessed to have son like Lakshay. Lakshay, I'm really proud of you and thank you so much for inviting me in this. Now I'll tell you the story behind Know You More. So Know You More is not a venture for me. That's actually what I feel inside myself about human emotion, human behavior, people. Because when I see around myself, no, people have all the resources. They are quite privileged. They have happy marriages, education, family, money, everything. But still, they feel very stuck in their life. They do not have that kind of harmony in the families. So this is not about the people around you. I mean, about the from your ecosystem. This is not about the people. This is about ourselves. So once we understand, Lakshay, ourselves, what's going inside us, what we are carrying inside us, that we are reflecting to the world. Okay, and that's how the tagline says "खुद की मुलाकात खुद से." Because once you understand yourself more, no, you inspire those around you. So understanding yourself is a very big thing.
Mom, a lot of people think business is about strategy, numbers, and profit. But as a psychologist, how do you see business?
Business, it's not about numbers. Numbers are just the results. Business is all about the human behavior. So once you understand the human psychology, the behavior, you'll have a successful business.
Okay. This really changed my perspective towards business. I used to think business is all about numbers, strategy, profits and loss, balance sheet. But this was really something changing my perspective.
Lakshay, I want to give you a very important tip. So before understanding the business, you need to understand the human behavior. Okay?
What's the biggest psychological mistake people make in business?
That's a big mistake. Every business does this, ignoring human behavior. Because business is all about making connection. If you're not able to build the connection with your clients or consumer, you'll never get a success.
Mom, since we are done with the most of the podcast, I want to ask you one thing, anything, any insight from you which you think we have not covered but you want to share with my audience. So anything, any short answer or like some belief or some insight, something you believe you want to share with my audience.
Yes, I really would like to mention, if you want to see your child a successful human being, the topmost thing we need to do as a parent, make a connection with your child. Sit with him at least for 10-15 minutes in a day and trust your child.
It was all about like trusting the child, spending time, building a connection with the child. So this was something really insightful about parenting, which I feel most of the parents missed it in today's busy life, right?
Yes, yes. And one more thing, Lakshay, I really would like to add into this, life skills. So parents, please focus on your child's life skills. These are actually essential skills. So please never miss on that.
Thank you for watching and being part of this conversation. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep knowing yourself more. Signing off, Lakshay.
So Lakshay Ahuja, a huge thanks to you
You're
for
welcome.
inviting me to your podcast, and I really cherish these moments throughout my life.
It's my pleasure to welcome you on my podcast. Thanks a lot for coming to my podcast. Thank you.
Okay.